Hello everybody, this is Al Spath. It's the 5th of September and I'm going to start this over a second time. I'm here at a 5 cent, 10 cent table at Bullfush Poker on Ace High Radio. I'm Teach. I'm just going to check my Jack 2. I sat with $10 at 11 or 10:30 Eastern time this morning. I'm going to go for a check raise here if the pot allows me. I sat with $10. I was at a challenge for an hour to double my money. I said, sure, I'll try to get to 25, but I've already got $10 of it, and I'm trying to get to 30 now. So I check raise that guy right there. I'm going to bet him again, take it away from him. I thought maybe he was just on some kind of a draw, betting last there. I love to check raise out of the blinds because when you have a bad kicker, they think that you trapped them with a bigger hand. So if I come out betting, I don't know where I'm at, but if I check raise somebody, I get them to think that I've got a really good hand, and I get them to fold in many cases. Again, a nickel to 25.
4,
I'm doing this
3,
almost every single
2,
time.
1.
I got some conflict going on here.
The transporter
And
refuel
I
and
think
rated
what we got
PG-13.
here is, I'm going to go for the mute. And I'm going to check right here. I hit the 5, I hit the jack, I'm going to win this hand, but now I'm not going to win anything. Well, still might get there. If he's betting there, is he betting the deuce? Is he betting the 10 cents to win 39 cents? Let's take a chance he's got a deuce or a king high. He's got the ace. Okay. That's good. We get the information. It costs us a dime to get that information. That's good. So anyhow, oh, pocket kings. Cowboys are wild. Let's see what happens here. Again, I'm on Ace High Radio. My Twitch handle is TeachGPL. I'm sitting here called Teach. I'm going to raise this pot more than the pot. If you're with me earlier on, I told you that I won with a very weak hand and out of position, but they think I'm very loose. So I'm over betting because they're coming at me. Push it all in, stumble me. It's fine with me. Well, of course, the ace shows up, and that's not always never a good sign. But you got to fire. Hey, Text Johnny, how are you? Did you just get a notification, or did you get 2 notifications that I was going live? Just gonna check out here and see what we got. All right, I got 10 jack in late position. It's a good hand. It's not a great hand. Don't get all excited. Don't limp here. Let's just make it 45 and get some callers. Let's build a pot. Again, the goal was to get to 20. I'm going for 30. Again, you're building our bankrolls. We're just playing smart. Now, I don't like that ace sitting there. I could take a free card or I could bet. If I bet, I'm going to find out who has the ace and I'm going to eliminate some opponents. Maybe I win it if they think I've got the ace since I raised pre-flop. Now that's not a good card for me, but I'm going to take a free one now because a queen, a 10, is good for me. A jack is not good for me because if he's got a queen, he's got me beat. I think he bets, I fold. Oh, he was on a draw maybe. He had the 10, but he didn't have a good enough kicker, and we upped the ante again. So you got 2 notifications, Johnny, or 1? Give me more than just a yes over there in the thing, because I did try to broadcast the first time, but I didn't think it was streaming correctly. I'm going to throw this away. You know, I got until the bottom of the hour. I got till 11:30 to get to $20, so I can either give it back or keep going. So let's keep going. I mean, let's not give it back. Let's try to get to 30, 35. If you go to the upper right hand corner of the screen, you'll see that I have a YouTube channel set up. I would thoroughly enjoy having you as one of my subscribers. It's free. Just click on the button. I've created playlists there for you, so you can do the 10-cent 25, the 25.50, the 50-cent $1, the no limit tournaments. I mean the heads up tournaments, the sit and goes. I'm creating playlists. I'm filling them up as we go each day, more and more, so that you can advance your game right on through to the higher levels. I'd appreciate comments. I'd appreciate referrals. If you've got some friends, please have them subscribe. My goal right now is to get to 100. I'm close to 60 something right now. So I certainly would appreciate anything that you could do. And tell people about Ace High Radio and follow there, because they're giving away gold bars. This week they've been giving away several of them. You have to be in the chat during the broadcast in the evenings. And you could get a $55 entry into the $50,000 event. Oh, I see Rick Dent's in the house. That's good too. I certainly appreciate that, Rick and Johnny being in here. I'm just going to click the button over here at chat. People that are watching this can't see it. Also, Ticketman is in here too. Good. All right. Well, for those that showed up late, I had another challenge. I had a challenge again to sit at the 5-cent 10 and make $20 in an hour. I thought that was going to be pretty easy to do, but and no, look at that, I would have flopped it straight. But I said, let's get going and see if we can't get past the 20. And I was at the 20 after almost one hand. Let me tell you, I had 2-4 suited under the gun, and I raised. Bybop called, another person called, 2 spades on a flop by continuation bet. He raised me. I called him, and a spade came on the turn, giving me the flush. I checked, he pushed. I called instantly. I had my flush. He had trip nines, and no spade came. He had no spades at all. Luckily, he didn't have a 9 of spades to beat me. And then I've won a couple of hands since then with kings and I think ace queen, and I bluffed on a couple of hands. Just continuation bet, winning them. Remember Lady Boy here the other night, and one of the events I was in doubled me up nicely. I really appreciated that. That was in the 10-cent 25, getting me back above the Mason-Dixon line, because I was circling the drain and I was under. But here we are at Ace High Radio this morning. Please follow them on Ace High Radio. Those that follow, then go into the chat during the games, or into the chat room, can win gold bars and anything else they're giving away. I've given away a lot this week myself. I gave a free lesson with me to a follower at Teach GPL on Twitch. That was CB Swanson, and she's reading some written lessons right now. She's going to be ready to go pretty soon. And then I gave away for one of my subscribers up at YouTube, Carrie Two Isles was selected for that, and she's going to receive a free shadowing session from me. And then I was the bounty the other night in a tournament, knocked out in 7th place. And I gave away The Course, the book by Ed Miller. And speaking of Ed Miller, I'm going to have Ed Miller, Matt Savage, Cowboy Kenneth James, Steve Denneman, Donna Blevins, and others on this radio show that I'm going to be doing interviews and taking questions from you to ask to these pros and authors and tournament directors here in the near future. I will let you know by email. So make sure you listen, come to these broadcasts, and take advantage of everything. Now, Ronster here is a good player. Let's see what he does. He checked, and somebody went 143. He's either going to check or he's going to fold, or check raise. I don't think he's going to call. He does surprise me and calls there. If he had a hand like ace queen, he'd love that 10, but I don't think he did. I'd have to go back to the beginning to see what the betting was on that. He had pocket queens, and oh my God, Ronson, you played that one right into a loss. That was a horrible thing. Oh, text Johnny over here in chat. You won't see it on the video, but he won the gold bar from Juice last night. Congratulations, text Johnny. Now 4-9 and the big blind is not a good hand. I'm hoping that this broadcast is very clear. The other day when I did one and it taped, it came out a little fuzzy to some people. Other people thought it was good and the clarity was great. So I'm hoping if you're watching it on the Ace High radio that it's coming out very clear. You can see exactly the stack sizes and everything else. Now 40 cents is definitely going to get me out, but what does this guy indicate he has by betting the 40 cents did? Was he on the draw? Did he really have 7-5? He limped in the pot. Anything's possible. He could have had 8-6. He could have had ace-6. He has ace-queen. And the guy that had the open end who likes to draw. Now, we have to see this guy right here. Believes he's a drawer. Draws a lot. And today is 9-5. I like to date them so I know when the last time I updated it was and if I know they've improved over time or something I can check and see. Now, Ronster makes it a quarter. That doesn't mean that he's got the ace, king, or ace, queen. He might have pocket sixes, or he might have a king, queen here. But let's give him credit for a decent enough hand. He is raising. King, jack, possibility. Ace, jack, possibility. Johnny says that the images are good. That's great. Johnny, have you, and so does Rick Dent. Have either of you gone up to my YouTube page and hit the playlist and seen all the videos that are in order there by date and everything else and by separated out by how much they are? Here goes the Queen Jack. I said King Jack. He had a little bit less than that, but he wins with that Aloha hand. Well done, Runster. So I got position. I got a pair. It's not a great pair. But I love to set mine down at these. And here comes our old friend Card Rack to the right. Of course, we got a note on him. Let's just see what that says. Stupid. Jack Jack on board calls to the river with 9-9. Now, I didn't date that one because I had a note on him once before. And all I did was, now I don't like this under the gun bet. I'm going to just call here. Now remember, he has to have 10 times the amount of the bet. So he's got $4. Yes, he's got $9. He's got to have enough money for me to set mine. I don't want to do it against somebody that's got like $2. I can't get my money back. The implied odds. But because I got other people in the pot, I could. Now the threes is definitely going to go in the trash here. I could have re-raised from that position, but I felt because he was under the gun, he probably has a big hand like kings or pot, ace king. If he checks here, he doesn't. But now he's still indicating he went half pot. I don't particularly like that bet right there. But if he's got ace queen, he's going to shove it here. Watch out for the spades. 2 spades on the board, a 10 jack on the board. You got people that are straight drawers, flush drawers, looking for that last card. Oh, and he hit a king. There's the nutty flourish. Right there. Oh yeah, that's right, Johnny. You got next week. You can start when you get your computer. That's great. And then add me up on Skype as well. You can email me. I'll give you my Skype name. It's different, and we can talk and see where you're at. Ronster again is going to raise an early position. Let's put him on a decent enough hand here. Usually by the speed of his bets and how much he bets, we can tell he doesn't like that flop. He went half the pot. See? Tell, Ronsta, tell, big tell. I know, next time you'll do it, Ronsta, to mislead me, but remember, you'll always revert back to it when I'm not with you or I'm not mentioning it, so you got to work on it. Don't use it as a crutch. Now, I don't like King 10. I'm not in the last position, but I am in later position. If I bet 35, I'm going to get 2 callers or something like that. So I'm going to bet 65. I'm going to raise it on up here. I'll probably get 1 caller from Bop because he likes to come at me when I'm. That's okay. I really don't like this hand. It's really a losing hand. I will fold it if somebody comes over the top. I could have probably won $1 and Bipop would have came in. And, he may have a really good hand too. I may be just crushed. Well, that's a nice open-ended draw here. I'm going to give him the opportunity to bet this. I'm going to check as if I don't like it at all, even though I do like it. Now, this is a different tactic here. He knows I like to. Now I'm going to go ahead and bet. Think I got the green light. He calls me. Boy, I really needed a 9 to come out on that hand. I don't know if I can bet and get him off on this hand. I really think he's stuck right in here. I think he'll bet. I think I'll fold. Oh my goodness, he called me with a 3-7, and I let him get away. He might have called me still at the end. He was willing to put all that money in with just the 3. He probably would call. So this guy is loose with any 2. 9, 5. We'll redefine that a little bit later on. Anybody else in the house today? Let's see. We got Decrypt Me. Ooh, he was just at the table, wasn't he? Yes, he was. Where did he go? He was right here a little while ago. I think he was here. So Ronster's got the out of position bet coming. He's going to bet the full pot. So he's got ace king or he's got a big pair here. He's going to put it all in here. Boom, watch. This is not on delay. This is live. I'm guessing before he makes the moves. I wish he was listening and have him show his cards, but see how close I was. All right, we got to wait and get some hands going again. We're hit a lull here. Got clipped by Bipop doing a second bet. That stinking King 10. Last night I demonstrated how bad it was. I just demonstrated again. It's a terrible hand to play. You're asking me why I played it? Because I'm trying to demonstrate things to you at different times. I want you to see it visually so it gets in your head so that you may, even though you love to play it, you may be influenced by the image that you see and the words that I say. Okay, Decrypt says no, he wasn't, so it was somebody else that had a name similar to that. This is the hand I won all the money on. This is the hand I left to raise. Decrypt says he hasn't started his session yet. I've seen him at the tables. I hope you've been playing some of my videos up at, and joined my subscribe list up at YouTube. He just followed yesterday. So here I didn't get the hearts that I want. I'm just going to check it because I'm not going to get rid of these guys. I really don't have anything here. I got too many callers and Ronster's still in the pot. And I think Ronster's probably going to check because I checked. Now we're going to get some people in or out here with this bet. They're going to think I hit something. If he checked once, he's going to call here. Oh my goodness. The only way I can win this is to bet. And the only way to win this is to bet big. So let's bet big. Don't be afraid to fire. If that's the only way you can win, you got to fire. You check and you're going to lose. Oh, come on. Come sit at the table. Decrypt me. Get a seat right now. Come on. And then if you want each hand or something, you can stay here and chat. But I'll try to figure out what kind of cards you got. And then after the hand's over, if you don't want to show them at the table, which you can, just tell us here in chat what you got. Get on that list. Come on. Rick Dent, get on that list if you want. I don't care. Come to the table. We got a delay on this. You can see the delay. I'll be able to tell here. Yeah, delay. I'm going to type the word delay in chat, and then you tell me when uh, uh, it comes across to you in the audio. Okay, here comes delay right now, and then 11:04. Now let's see when you hear this. Somebody just say, I hear it, and then we'll see if it's 45 seconds or longer. Oh my goodness, hit two pair and then got run out by those running clubs. This is an easy fold. Hey, Drush has done a really great job here at Ace High Radio. I'm glad you guys are all supporting all my followers that used to be over at Iron Duke and other places. I'm sure glad you're coming over and enjoying all the games and events that he's putting up and time he's putting into the radio show and everything that goes along with it. It's a lot of work. So Decrypt Me says he runs a lot of tables and he won't be able to do it. Ronster with a late raise here. This could be as wide as King 10, any ace. He's pushing over that $10 mark now, so he took some hits. He came back. I don't know if he reloaded or not. I wasn't watching. So we got a 40 cents raise, but look, no money. Now we have money. Now we can do it. I would not call him here because if I hit my hand, I'm not going to get anything. But now with these other people and they have money, I can get my money. But not with that type of flop. That's a perfect flop for ace jack, and it is a perfect flop for king queen, almost perfect. People play top two tens. This is a wild one. People play an ace and have an inside draw. This is going to be a wild. Watch what happens on this hand, folks. Oh, and at my table is HTML, is Rick Dent. And he's over in chat with us as well. And he's sitting at the table. We'll try to figure him out here in a second. There it is, folks. There is the card. Booyah! Broadway. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Hooah! Telling you. You gotta look at the texture of the board. Hey Doe, how you doing? So again, we started with $10, we're up to $25 or thereabouts, and the goal was, the challenge was to get to 20, but we've passed 20, so now the challenge is to get to 30, and I've got to do that in 25 or less minutes because the total time was an hour, but we'll see where I'm at. I don't know why she's losing the visual chat. Oh, when you go full screen, yes, most times if you do what they call a pop out on your thing, you will lose the chat screen. So if you can see it on the smaller one, that's great. But if you can't, and what you do is pop it out, and then every now and then hit escape, upper left-hand corner of your thing, and then you can come back and you can check what's been going on in chat. I don't know if you are allowed to use the HUD on or anything on full flush poker. I do not teach with HUD. I do not teach with anything because I want somebody to learn how to read hands, how to put players on hands the right way. It's a crutch, and if you're going to play online a lot, you need to learn it. You need a poker tracker, all that kind of stuff, and you need to use it because it's going to be very helpful to you. But it's not going to help you when you play live. And I teach people so they can play live or they can play online. I want them to read hands. I want them to read sizes best. I don't want them to rely on anything. I refer people that come to me that want training on that to Dave Romer. He works over Poker Stars now. He used to work for me at Poker School Online when I was the dean there. And people like him can provide that kind of training. I just don't get into it. I don't use those devices. HUD is a heads-up display. In other words, it's an overlay to the table dough that lets you see everybody on the table, what they're playing, how many hands they've played, if they're winning, if they're losing, how active they are. It's very good information. Don't get me wrong. It can aid, but if you're learning to build a bankroll and doing those kind of things, I don't know if you can pay attention to a HUD as well as pay attention to what's going on at the table. It really takes a little bit of time to understand what's going on. Who wanted me to? Does somebody want me to send him a PM, or they're helping somebody else? I'm not sure. I was trying to just look over in the chat room here. Kat, nice to see you with us today over in the chat. I hope you'll follow Ace High Radio. They've been giving away gold bars on their broadcast at night. So if you are a follower and you come into chat in the evening, you might win yourself a gold bar, which is a $55 entry into a $50,000 event. That's not bad. I'm Al Spath. If you see in the upper right-hand corner of my screen on YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel there. It's free, and I've got playlists created, and I'll help you build a bankroll and go from $10 if that's what they gave you to start, or whatever you have, and build it on up. You got to be selective, folks. There's too many people out there that are playing too many hands, and if that's you, then you've got a leak or hole in your game. You've got to sit back and you've got to wait for the right cards, and you've got to create an image that is working for you. It's tough if you're trying to build a bankroll below 5 cent, 10 cent. 10 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent is about as low as you want to go. And you can kind of tell what people are doing and what kind of hands they have. But I don't recommend going lower than that just because you have a low bankroll. But if you double up, get up. If you double up, get up. Bank the thing, come take a break, come back later on. Cat Pill, do I remember? Hey, do you remember me? Well, you got to give me more than cat pubes. Got to give me a little bit more information. How about a name? Where you from? Okay, pocket fours. A lot of times you can limp with all these people. I don't like to limp. I'm going to make this a pot-sized bet. I'm going to make sure that only people that stay have a good hand, except for the guy on my left. I know he's going to call with anything. I want these limpers out, or I want to punish the limpers and make them pay. Now, if a 4 comes off, I got a big hand. If a 4 doesn't come off, I have options. I have options here. I don't think they have a 2 or a 6. Thus, they tell me they do. It's $1.84 time. He could raise me, but he folds. That's good. Now I got position. I bought the button. This is the guy I got to watch out for the 2. I think he's got the 2. What do you think? What do you think, folks? Let's go $3 here. Let's see if that'll do it. Could be on the draw for the diamonds. If he comes over the top, then he's got the 2 for sure. Oh, it's a good card for me. Not a good card for her, but if she bets it, she wins, because I think I can't beat her. All she has to do is bet. No, she doesn't bet. She got the 6 and the 5. She had me all the way. She took me down. She took me down. Oh, I guess I don't know who you are, Cat. Not from just that descriptor. I guess I need to see a picture then. All right. Back under $20 on that hand. Oh my goodness. A lot of money at this table, though. A lot of money to make. Still got 15, 16 minutes to make it. I made the 20. I'm giving some back. I don't know if any of you were on yesterday. I was doing a video and I had a hand here. I think it was pocket eights, and I was top pair, and I was telling about this guy and this guy, and I was talking. And I ran out of time. I was going to push all in, and I would have won the pot. I would have won like $25. That was my bad. I just can't ever remember this site not having that extra time. Runster misses too. Me and Runster are both continuing our bets and missing, and somebody's taking our money. All right, I like 8-7. It's a raising hand for me. Suited. Remember, suited is 3% better, but I'd rather raise with it than call with it. Call, I get you nothing. If you raise, you make your statement about how strong your hand is. You get others out. You get more money in the pot. You may be continuation bet. You may be able to take a free card on a later street. There's so many things that you can do with a raise that you can't do with a call. You call, you don't get any of those things. You're going to have to show down the best hand. And Ron's just thinking about it. He's out. And here comes Rick Dent. And he says no. 8-7 spades. Queen 3 is an automatic fold. Again, I appreciate Cat, Pubes, Dosey Do. I think you already did it. Decrypt me. I don't know if you've done it or not, but if you go up to Spath on YouTube, 2 words, SPATH, and hit subscribe on my YouTube channel, I would appreciate that. It's free. And if you go there, also hit playlists. And on playlists, you'll be able to see that all my videos, they're arranged in order of the low 5 cent, 10 cent, 10, 25, 25, 50, and alike. You'll be able to look at heads up tournaments, things like that. How do you join this game if you want to play? Well, the game that's in progress right now is live. It's at full flush. It's a nickel dime game. You sit down with your money and play. HTML just did that. He was in chat here, Rick Dent. And Rick, if you're sitting down and you're playing a hand, you want to tell us what you have, we'd appreciate you typing it in the chat. He folded here. Runster limped in late position, which is never advised. Again, that's another leak in his game. I think he needs to correct that. He would do it usually with a hand like 9-7. He doesn't like to raise a lot with those kind of hands in late position first in, and I try to push people to do those kind of things. Queen 3 in early position is not so good. Again, I got 13 minutes to get to 11:30. It was supposed to be at $20. I try to reset the goal to 30. I already went to 25. I lost it back. Here's a late raise by Rick Dent. I would think that Rick has maybe ace jack, ace 10 here, maybe even a pair. He doesn't show us, but maybe we'll go back on that hand. He was in late position and he raised 35. Let's see what he had. I'm going to say he had ace jack, ace 10, king, queen, pocket 8, something like that. Oh, he says he had jack, queen suited. Okay. That's great. For anybody trying to get me on Skype right now, I can't answer the Skypes. A nickel? You bet. Maybe I can spike 2 jacks, 2 fours. I'd rather 2 fours have the jack as a kicker rather than 2 jacks with the 4 as a kicker. Think about those things when you're wishing for something. There's no way, even if I got the 4 here, I would bet this. If another 4 come out, I wouldn't bet it. The jack coming out, though, however, gives me jacks and 9s. I'm going to check it, see what anybody else wants to bet, because the 9 could be playing dead here. I don't think I'll get paid off. I win if you, yeah, he's got a jack. We split it up. Big deal, 19 cents. Pays for the blinds, though, right? Blinds are 15 cents. On the button, bad cards. So we got a good thing in on the button, bad thing in the cards. Probably going to face a raise. That's going to be another bad thing. So one's going to outnumber the other. Nope. But still, I can't call there. Can't really raise there. If it was a little better, I might do something, but I'm not getting involved with the low limits. There's not a lot of money in the pot anyhow, and Jackpot doesn't go. Drewsbag has entered the house. This is his radio station, Ace High Radio. Once again, on Full Flush Poker, they've been giving away gold bars in the evenings. You've got to follow Ace High Radio right here on Twitch and get into the chat during the evening hours. You may win your way to $50,000. My name is Al Spath. I go by Teach GPL on Twitch. You can follow me there, and Al Spath up at YouTube. If I can be of any assistance, you can email me at alspath@alspath.com. There's C.B. Swanson in the house. Yeah, Decrypt Me. I hope that you take a look at some of those videos and give me some feedback and tell me what you think. And contact me on Skype if you want. I won't put my Skype name here or give it out because then I'll get a lot of spammers that might get it. But if you email me, they're welcome to get it. Or on Facebook, it's Alan Spath, ALLEN SPATH. You can send me a PM there. Drew's has had a big week. He launched this on Monday, and he's been running shows, and the Wise Man Dan has been running shows, and Lil Skippy's been running shows, and a few others, including myself, have been running shows, and we're trying to fill up some hours here and provide to you some entertainment, some training, some good poker, and there's been promotions and everything else. So tell some friends. Let's build up the membership and bring them here to Ace High Radio. As I said earlier, I've got a bunch of guests lined up for some shows later this month and next month. Cowboy Kenneth James, Ed Miller, Steve Daneman finished second in the main event at the World Series a couple of years ago. He's coming in. Donna Blevins is coming in. Matt Savage, the well-known tournament director all around the country and big events you see on TV, he's coming in. So I haven't invited some others yet, but I will, and I'll probably get quite a few of them to come. White Mares is in the house now. I don't know where they're from. I raised and won that hand. But yeah, Why Not Lobster's in the house. He's sitting at the table. Invite any of you to come sit at the table if you want to get a seat. I'm going to make it, you know me, if you give me a suited card and that's connected or gapped in the early position, I'm going to raise with it, let them think I got ace king or ace queen. Okay, Decrypt Me's coming in the house. And if we want to ask about a hand, he'll tell us. I did get a raise here. Oh, I got a nice draw. I'm going to 3/4 bet it. He'll take it down right here or get him to come at me. He likes to draw. That's not the 8 that I need. Should I take the free card or should I fire again? I'm going to take the free card because he hasn't gone away once today. So let's see what happens. And I don't like that card either. I think I lost. He hit the 9 and he was not going away. Here comes Decrypt Me from Los Angeles, California. I wonder where in Los Angeles he's from. Okay, this is the third hand in a row I've made a pot-sized bet. Now, each time, that time they got to see I had a 4-5. Now they're not going to put me on an ace-queen. Let's see if I get me a caller. No, I don't get anything. Yeah, I'm getting some decent cards here. I just got to get some flops and get some money. Got about a 45-second delay on this. So I don't think if I'm talking about a hand, they'll be able to see it. Rick Dent goes out. Y Lobster limped in here. I've got the 7-9. I'm not going to let this double axe see it this for a nickel. I'm going to raise it up. Oh, he raises it up. I'm going to call because I think both of these folks are going to call. This has been a calling station, but Y Lobster just goes out. Oh, I've got not only an open-ended draw, I've got a straight flush draw. 7-9 of clubs. I'm just going to wait here a second, and I'm going to call, and And there's my flushie. Can we get, I'm going to just check it back to him. Hope the flush don't come. Oh, now I got killed with a full house. Oh, I gave him the free card. Oh, he doesn't have it. Hey, Rob Gagg's in the house. Rob, I got about 6 minutes to go. Hate to tell you that, but I got 6 minutes to go. I'm going to stay longer, but I got 6 more minutes to go on the challenge. The challenge was $10 to get to $20. I was up to 25 and gave some back. So I'm struggling to get back over to Mendoza line. And didn't hit nothing here from my nickel. Let's see what's going on over in chat. Oh, gold bars being given away. Today is the 5th of September, and Drush is in the house, the owner of Ace High, and they're giving gold bars away later. Oh my goodness, you better follow Ace High Radio right now. I'll be posting this up online in about 30 minutes. For those that listen to it later on, it's Saturday, the 5th of September, Labor Day weekend. Your chance to go for a gold bar. You've got to be following Ace High Radio right here on this channel and be in chat when they give the gold bars away. If you follow, you'll get an announcement saying they're going live, and you can jump on into the chat room. It's a great, great promotion. They're giving away lots of gold bars. Drush must be having some cold ones because he keeps giving them away. I guess somebody's buying him more cold ones. The more he gets, the more he gives. Oh, HTML comes in. You gotta watch him now. He's got a big hand here. I'm gonna come over the top of him though, and I want to see how big a hand he has. Rick is in the house. Rick. HTML is right there. Rick Dent. And Ronster folds and see if Rick just calls or re-raises. He should be re-raising me. He's thinking about, oh, here does it. That's my man, Rick. That's my man, Rick. Absolutely, Rick. I yield to you on that. I yield to you on that. I think he had pocket aces or pocket queens. We're going to see here in chat. For those of you that are not in chat live, you won't see it, but I will tell you what he had because he's at the table. He's hearing us on the delay. And when it comes up, he will tell us here in chat what he had. He may have had ace king suited, but I'm going to stay with aces or queens because he came over the top of me and he was out of position. That means he has to have a much better hand. Now, he could have just bluffed me off with something like pocket fours, but I don't think so. Now, Ronster re-raises. He didn't reload. That's a bad thing to do. You must reload. Now, he's up against somebody that has less money than him, but you get down to $5, you should reload because you want to make money. When you pick up a big hand, you want to make the money. You can only sit with $10, so you can look around the table and see who's been winning, who's been losing. Rick Dent, we're still waiting for you to tell us what you had when you 4-bet me. I got to get back to 20. The only way to get there is to raise. Oh, he had Jack. Oh, Rob says he had Jack. That would be on the outside of my group that I'd put him on. But you're right there, Rob. I said aces or queens. Ace king suited. Hey, aces was my bet. And there's Rick Dent coming through saying that he had the aces. Attaboy, Rick. That a way to bet it. But listen, Rick, here's the thing. You're not going to like this. What you did was proper against most anybody, but the bet was a little too big. All right? Little too big. Here, I got a straight flush draw again. How about that, folks? The bet was a little too big. It signaled to me that you were stronger, and you wanted me to call you there. You want to take your chances with aces. I've got to be behind you in everything that you're doing there. Okay? So you've got to do it a little bit less than that. Somebody else you might do it with, that's fine, but to keep me in there, you're going to have to do it a little bit less with the aces. When you get a big hand like aces and kings, you want to make money from it. So you want to take some chances. Sure, somebody could hit 2 pairs. Somebody could suck out. But you got to take that chance, especially when all you're going to lose is $10 at the max. You got to try to double up with somebody. If you have aces and you push them out, you can't double up. Now Rick is out of position here. He has a limper. P. Lindy is another one of my former clients. P. Lindy from California. Wow, that's good. I got a couple of my friends at the table today. I've trained with Lindy, I've trained with Ronster, HTML, and we got Decrypt Me at the table. This has turned into a nice table here. Got to watch myself. I might be down to $10 before you know it. Oh, there's a nice big size. He doesn't want to call her. He doesn't want to call. I would think he's got like ace nine here, or maybe king jack, maybe even a pocket pair of sevens. We'll see if Decrypt Me will put that into the chat pretty soon. And I'd like to know why he went to 75 cents, not 50, not a pot size bet, not even a little over the pot size bet. He went big time bet. I'm going to check here with my 6-7, hope I get an open-ended draw, and I do. Well, that's what he wanted you to think, Rob. That's what he wanted you to think on that hand, but he outsmarted himself. He didn't get O'Al to commit. Come on, 4 black. Oh, 3 black is not good. I need 4 black, 9 black. 20 cents. I'm staying in there for the open-ended draw. There you go. There you go. I hope he has a 2 here. I hope he has a 2. Whoo! Pay me. Oh! It's 11:30. It's $21. All right. Bam. Challenge 1. Got back over to Mason-Dixon line. All right, now I'm on my dime. I can do anything I want. I can demonstrate. So if I lose a little money, I don't bother that because I need to explain things. P. Lindy is a loosey-goosey here. He likes to just do this with even a small pair. I might give him some action here. But I did make my $20 bet. I had an hour to get there. Unfairly, my first hand, I got a lot of it. But I'm going to call here on speculation because I've been running good with the clubs, but I don't get hit. So don't count my money now because now that's off. Hi, Peter. Nice to see you. Oh, and I'm chocolate. I'm going to fold here. He's not going to show us his cards. Well, Decrypt Me never came through for us. He told us he was going to come into chat. He was going to tell us what he had. And when he had the 75-cent bet, he never came in and told us what he had. All right, got king, queen suited here. I am going to make this a pot size bet. Pot size means 5, 10, 10. That's 25. I would normally bet 10, so that makes it 35 cents. Follow me? That's what makes it a pot size bet. This guy will not go away, it doesn't seem. But now we fire it. P. Lindy says, I don't remember you. Jack. No, can't play king 5 here. Anybody else that are in the chat want to come into the table at Full Flush Poker? And if you don't have Full Flush Poker, download it right now. Ace High Radio is giving you a great promotion. Put in AHR10 and get $10 free. That's enough to come to this table for sure. Still haven't found out who White Mares and Cat is, what their real name are, and if they've subscribed to my YouTube channel, Al Spath, on YouTube. Oh, he had Jack 3. You bet 75 cents with Jack 3 there? Well, you know, folks, if Al's at the table, Al is controlling the table with the raises. Whether he wins or not, he's putting the money in the pot. See, he went big knowing he would bet post flop. Okay. Interesting. We're listening to you. he's taking care of his chips. He said, well, I'm taking care of my chips, and if you donate to me, to Cripney, I will take care of your chips too. Oh, and Al wins with pocket sixes. I sure hope you're liking his Ace High Radio stuff, and if there's anything that I can discuss or answer any questions, those of you that are on live with me, put it in chat. Those of you that are listening later on, you can email me at alspath@alspath.com. And if you just follow Ace High Radio or me, Teach GPL on Twitch, you'll get a notice when we go live, and you can come in anytime. Again, subscribe to me up at YouTube and play my playlists, and you'll be able to see 30 plus videos, most of them more than an hour long, and you will learn, I guarantee it. I guarantee it so much that I won't even charge you for it. It's free. Uh-oh, Gag Me got on a list. Okay, Decrypty says he times out when he types. Well, that happened to me yesterday. White Mares, since you do play Jack 3, since when, she wants to know when Decrypty plays Jack 3. When he's in late position and he's first in and he knows that the people are protecting the blind, or not protecting their blinds, and they play pretty tight. I think he'll agree to that when he types back in. He'll say what Al said. Oh, I had Queen 10. I folded in early position. And look at that flop. Oh my goodness. Money lost on the table. Or money saved. Come on, Scotty. 29 cents will broke you. Scotty, if you got a 4-5, you hit the jackpot. No. I wouldn't have got any money from these guys because I would have been betting and they would have folded with my 10. Ronch has been sitting out. Must have his wife telling him he needs to go do something really quick, being a landlord that he is. Somebody must have called him. The air conditioner's broke somewhere or pipe's broke and he's got to get a repairman out to the site. Folks, after this next hand, you're gonna hear some quiet from me because Al's gonna run and get a drink of water and then come back and didn't think about it. So I'm gonna let the time out and I'll be right back. And in the meantime, he's back. He's back. Didn't lose a dime on the way out. Oh my goodness, I'm back for a nickel. Oh, I didn't get back in time. To Cribney, I can't. I'm broadcasting, so I can only do the one table. I'm not talented as Dan and Droosh and these other guys. I don't know how to set up two tables on a broadcast yet. I'm not that good. I like to stay to one because when unlike some of the other people that are twitching, they're doing it for entertainment value. Some will do it for profit. But I'm doing it for training for a lot of my followers and for you guys today, anybody that's listening in. I like to do it, give you my thoughts on the hand and the game. A 70-cent raise by Decrypney here. I think he's got ace jack. I think that's a little high. Ace deuce is not a hand I could play to set for 70 cents, even though I have good position. My cards are He might even have pocket eights. But I'll stay with the ace jack there. Maybe ace queen. King queen suited. Not a fan of the ace nine here, but if I'm first in, well, it's like being first in. When somebody limps, if you're going to raise anyhow, you might as well raise because you want to disrespect that little limper. This guy, Buena Park, he's out in California. He's up early and in lots of hands. We lost P. Lindy. Maybe Rob Gag is coming in here. Rob gag me with a spoon, as Chris Berman would say on ESPN. I had ESPN one night. I was able to tell what everybody had at the table. Oh, he gets an 8. I think that I'm going to just get a call from, oh, I got a check from this guy here. Queen's girl is going to check or fire. I'm firing if she doesn't fire. Bang! That's what happens when you raise pre-flop. You can steal it on a later street. Oh, Rob Gag is in the house from Bedford, Massachusetts. Again, if I'm first, I'm raising. I don't think these are great cards, but I'm not limping with them. He's been sitting here. Somebody made a comment about this guy playing at this limit from Apple Caca, whatever the hell it is. See all the free money I've been picking up on raising? How many times did I do that? I did that maybe 6 times that nobody called. 6 times a quarter or 6 times 35 cents. It adds up, and that pays for your blinds. You got to do that. And it's tough down here at 5 cents. You can't do it all the time if you're not raising all the time and being aggressive first in. You've got to get that image and you got to do something about it. It's tough to do it because you got so many calling stations. But right now I got the respect of the table, or at least the respect of most of them, except for the people that know me. HTML, the Cripney, Ronster, Rob Gag. They know what I'm doing. Oh, I would have hit 2 pair here and took all Ronster's money because he's got a lousy ace. Come on, Peter. Raise it. Raise it up. Check raise him, Peter. Show him what you got. Oh, New Hampshire. My pardon. My pardon. Attaboy, Rick Dent. The Cripney's going to fold those little ankles right here. Watch. He been sticking his you-know-what in and got caught in the door this time. You better get some cream and take care of that wound. Uh-oh, he calls. He says, I'm not going anywhere yet. HTML needs a big bet here. Big bet. I don't think HTML has got the ace. I think he's got more like ace 5, ace 4 here. Rob, don't type in chat what you hear on live because those people there won't know what you're saying, and do it over in the live chat, not at the table. It'll seem weird to them. Come on, Peter. Peter's thinking of arrow. He only calls. Now Decrypty's got the advantage. Come on, Peter. Pull the frickin' trigger. Oh, no, 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 no. Peter, if you're going to do it once, you gotta do it again. You gotta just do it. You were very deliberate in that hand. Uh-oh. Lobster hasn't been in there now. Watch the kings and aces roll off this flop. Come on, decrypt me. Oh, 98. Okay. Well, you want to see? Let's see what he's made out of here. Let's see what he's made out of. I'm going all in, folks. Ace king at a race. Come on, you know you're on TV right now. Come on, bust my chops. Come on, come on. Uh, Wimp. I guess they weren't suited enough for you. No, he's not a wimp. He probably did the best thing. Against Queens, he was going to be an underdog. Anytime somebody takes a few seconds and they don't call you right away, you want them to call you. Here's another great tip for you. If they type like this in the chat, HMMMMM, mean you want them to call. Anybody that's doing that doesn't know what to do, has an inferior hand to you. So we got Ronster in late position who, oh, I don't like the fact that Decryptney just flats, and I don't like the fact that Rick Dent just flats. Decryptney just brings in more people. He might be on a draw and he wants that. He may have something like 10-9 of clubs or something like that, or Jack 10 of clubs, and then he got an open ender and a flush draw, but he doesn't have anything. And Rick called too. I really like them to, if a late person raises, if you got something, re-raise them. Just find out. Okay, he had ace jack of clubs on that one. And she would have guessed ace queen. Well, you would have had one out and three outs, so you'd have had three, a chance to get a straight, maybe a flush. You'd probably whip my ass, man. I'm telling you, you'd probably whip my ass. Yeah, he did. He did only goes if he wanted a little bit more. I don't think it would make a difference with me because I was going to shove with him. When I'm light like this and people are light with their money, I'm shoving when I got a big hand like that. So unless I really got a read on them and I know that they got aces like Rick Dent had earlier when he was out of position and he re-raised with the aces. I don't know if those of you that are old enough to remember, fired his guns and they kept coming down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. You remember that song? Fired once more and they began to run. You got to keep firing barrels. You got to keep firing. Remember that song? Got to keep them on the run. Now Ronster here has made it a quarter. I would think that he has a decent enough hand, but he'll do this with Jack 10 many times. Oh, bingo! Check it, Runster. If you got Jack 10, there's no flush draw out there. There you go. Now, I don't know if he's got it or not. I'm just surmising, folks, that he has that. He may only have pocket sixes. Now, he's going to put a small bet in. If he's got Jack 10, he's going to put a half bet. He's don't, oh, a little bit hard. That's a little hard. Runster could have maybe screwed that up. We'll never know. He's not in here with us. Hey, Peter, ask Ronster at the table, or Rob, just say, hey, Ronster, Al wants to know if you had 10 Jack on that hand. Take care of it, do. Okay, Rob, out of position. Check is going to get you a bet. If it ain't big enough, you should check raise. Oh, that's way too big. Way too big a bet for Queen's Girl. Who's that girl? Anybody know who's Queen Girl from Rego Park is? Snake Handler. Who's Snake Handler? Welcome. Where are you from? What's your first name? Yeah, White Mares, let me tell you, there's a strategy for playing. If you watch some of my videotapes that are up on my playlist on YouTube, you'll find out there is a strategy. And as you go up, you have to change the strategy because you have more people that have more skills. You have more people with more money at the table. You realize that raising thins the field. It identifies your hand. It does a lot more than it does with the calling stations and the entertainment value that the 5 cent, 10 cent, and below offer. You'll find a little bit of that at 10 cent, 25 too. So Decryptony's right on the money. You got to change your strategy down here. Thank you, Rick, for asking, Ronster. Full house for me, but four queens with BB. No, he did not have it, he says. Folks, next Saturday, if all goes plans go well, I'm going to do a table like this live, and I'm going to try to fill the table with everybody from Ace High Radio and Poker School Online and all our friends, and have everybody in here at the table on a private table. There's a Heartbeat Poker table there, and if you're under Droosh and under Ace High Radio, you'll be able to see the table. So if you're not, you need to contact him and get in the group, or find out how to get in the group, or get access to it, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I seen that, Rick. Thanks. So everybody at the table will be one of our group, and hopefully they'll all be in here, but there'll be a delay, so we'll see what they had. Matter of fact, what we do when I do some free group trainings once or twice a month, either here or over at True Poker. We all agree to show the cards at the end, and so we flip them and people can see it live. And those that are watching that don't know that we're doing that, they're just dying to get on the table because they say, oh, look at all these people showing their cards. But it's a training exercise as well as it is a competition. Hi, Sue B. All right, CB Swanson, here's the question. Did you put the babies down long enough to read any of that I sent you? Anybody else want some written lessons on how to play these cash games? Just email me at alspath.com and just put on there written lessons, and I'll send you them out and get you squared away quickly. You got to disrespect the limper, punish the limper. Hey, Bab, see you too. I hope that some of you that are just coming in have had time to go up to my YouTube channel, Al Spath. Just put it in and search it on YouTube and subscribe. Trying to get to 100 subscribers. Tell your friends too. Drawing, yes, there's going to be some gold bar drawings later on today. If you scroll, well, you can't scroll up on the thing, but if you scrolled up, you would see where it says it. Now, can I get Rob Gag out here with this continuation bet of 3/4? No, he goes $3. He goes over the top of me. Is he BSing me? He did a good bet here. 3 times my amount, at least 3 times. When chat, I hope he gives us a signal here. He called my raise, so he's saying he has pocket 8s, pocket 3s, or a big ace there. I don't think he has ace 8 or ace 3. Let's see what he says when it comes up to chat here and find out. Radush says later tonight. Ronster with a nice raise here. Ronster gets a call from somebody in the big blind who hasn't been active. Scotty up there. Got to think that Scotty's picked up a decent hand. Okay. No problem, CB. I just hope it's clear and concise and it makes sense to you. That's the big thing. Because you've got a free shadowing session with me coming up, and I want you to get the most out of it. I know it's tough being a stay-at-home mom and taking care of the kids, so I appreciate the effort that you're putting forward. We want you to be able to play online and make some money too. Wouldn't that be nice? Rob had 8-8 that hand, so he had a set, right? If he did, he should have checked, or he should have called me. He should not have raised me if he had a set. He should have let me continue betting there. I only had a pair of sixes on that hand. See, he flunked, set. Because I was going to take the lead there. If he just calls, he's going to get more of my money in on a continuation bet when I go on a turn, and then he can re-raise me on a turn. You don't want to knock somebody out. When you got a huge hand, your head's up, you don't want to knock somebody out right away, especially somebody as aggressive like myself that you know is leading into the pot on every street. We're going to talk about that when Rob and I are going to be doing some work here together soon, and we're going to make sure that all those things are ironed out. Profitability. You've all heard that word before. If you're playing for entertainment and you're playing for fun, you don't want to be listening to my broadcasts. I'll tell you that right now, because I'm not about making you a loser. I want to make a winner. I want you to. It's so much fun going to dinner after a win than it is after a loss. Think about it when you're at a casino. Isn't it great to hit a jackpot on a slot machine and then go eat? You just enjoy the food much better than losing $400 somewhere and then go eat a steak and taste like leather. By the way, if you win the 400, you're not eating that steak that tastes like leather. You're probably eating some steak that tastes like filet mignon. I think he had a decent ace enough there, right? I think that he had maybe a king jack to Kripke raising there a little bit away from the button. I hope you all are enjoying this broadcast. I've got lots of them up on YouTube. I got a playlist there for you. Again, tell your friends. I need some subscribers. I'm trying to get to 100. I think I'm in the mid 60s now. That's great. Just started, but I'd sure like to get 100. Man, it's late in Australia. Holy crap! I just remembered Rick Dent is sleeping. Don't worry about the straights. Don't worry about the flush, Rob, unless it was 3 to a suit. The reason being, your head's up against somebody that raised. If somebody that's raising, they generally have either a pair or high cards. So that doesn't, if they have a pair, they don't have a flush draw. If they have a pair, it probably doesn't go with the straight draw or something like that. So just think of it when your head's up and somebody raised, put them on a pair or high cards, and you're way ahead of them. You got to give them a chance. You want to get the money in the pot on a turn. That's where you bring them up. Kripke said he had 4-3 on hand a little while ago. That's when he was in a late position and he raised. I gave him credit for a little bit more than that. But it's good to know. He likes to steal. Watch this, Kripke, if you're watching the live chat right now. Likes to steal. Wide range, late position. 9-5. That's the date. We'll see if he, next time I look at him, see if it changes any. Again, Full Flush Poker and Ace High Radio are offering you $10 free if you just download today Full Flush Poker and use the code AHR10. Ace High Radio. AHR10. 3 letters, 2 numbers. AHR10. Waybears asked a question about profitability down here at the 5-cent 10. This is not where you make your money. This is where you make your bones. This is where you learn how to bet, how to interpret bets, how to put players on hands. If you make mistakes, you don't lose a lot of money. In the process, you sure can pick up 10 or 15 bucks every session, and build your bankroll. So it's not a bad place. If you're going to lose, you might as well lose down here where it doesn't hurt in the wallet so bad. When you get up to 25-cent 50, you start losing $50 pots. It gets expensive. Rob says he gets it about the set. You don't get too many big hands. You got to capitalize on them, Rob. That's what I preach. It's always tougher for me at a table when I have people that either know me or know what I'm doing, have been watching, because they kind of adjust their games and they try to steal and do things that they normally don't do. Although I can tell you right now, Peter's doing exactly what he does all the time. He's playing his same style. I don't think he's playing any different. Um, Ronster, I know, changes his game quite a bit. And I can see that DeCripney has even admitted that he doesn't do some of those things all the time. We'll go. I got time still. Wife's at the store. It always costs me money when my wife's at the store, but she's at the store. But I'll just keep pressing on here. If you guys want to stay, I appreciate it. But if you have to go, I understand that too. It's a 3-day weekend. It's Saturday. Slot play is in the house now, and snake handler. Um, if you haven't tuned in before, I'm glad you're tuning in right now. You missed a lot. This will be up. I'll put it up on YouTube later today, and you'll be able to view the whole thing and see how I got the $22. And I like the fact that Rob Gagg is in here. I don't like the fact that he's calling. I wish he was raising. Maybe right here he will. This bet should be in the 140 range. That's right. He's right on the money. Takes it down. Rob, if you're going to call and fold, then fold first. Okay? Let's stop calling people. If you don't want to raise, then fold. Stop calling people. It's not the thing to do. It's going to cost you a lot of money. That's a leak in your game if you're constantly calling. If you raise him there, you put him on notice that you got a big hand. That flop comes. He can't do what he just did with the 4-4. He's going to check to you. You're going to bet, and he's probably going to take a hike with the 4-4. You got to invest money to win money. It's not the stock market, but it's pretty damn close. Can I get an amen on the chat screen, please? He bet the pot. He wants to end it. Now he's got $1.23 left. He's got to go all in. Okay, I don't know exactly what you were asking, White Manners. Excuse me, but if you tell me, I will amend what I said to you. Thanks. Seat open, by the way. Oh, Rob's playing a 2 o'clock free roll. That's good. Remember, cash games and tournaments are completely different animals. Completely different. In tournaments, you have a blind level that continues to accelerate, forcing play, and your stack is a certain size and you can't reload. Cash games, you can reload, you can relocate your seat, you can relocate your table, you can bring more money to the table. There's an amen. Thank you. I think Rick's leaving right about now, but I have a few more hands at this broadcast, so good day from New York, having fun. Having fun, sat down at the table. Let's see if we can have some fun with having fun by raising it up to 25 cents. Come on, why not, Lobster? You got money now. Splash. Ron says he usually cannot avoid trying to get in a confrontation with me. He likes to pull things off when he has position. So he might call, he might raise me here. He's not going to fold. Bunch of leather limpers coming in the pot. I hit nothing here. I'm going to check raise. I think DeCripney will. Nope, he lets me down. Oh, I can't do anything, folks. That's too coordinated a board now. don't like the bet of 35 cents. Let's do $2 and see where he's at. Who runs to sitting back with his 10 jack here? That'll get me out of here. He likes 9-8, so he might hit 2 pair. I thought I could do that to Decrypt me and get him out. And Runster stuck his nose right in the middle of it. Told you he likes to play hands like that and do things like that. He probably had nothing there. I'm going to go around the table one more time, and that's going to end the session. It's been a long, long session, almost an hour and a half. The second part, we've just demonstrated a few things to you, but the first part was more instructive in nature. Let's see the flop and get an 8-9. Oh, double barrel, 10-7. Let's see if I can get them all in right here. Let's see if I can get the all in from Lobster with a king. Come on, king, queen, call it. Come on, king, queen, call it. All right, having fun? Come on. $4 into a 30-cent pot looks like a big steal to me. I could play this a lot differently. I just want to see if I can get one of them to come. Yeah, I knew you had nothing to grip me. That was evident. That 35 into a dollar something pot told me that you were light. So Rob is raising me here, 35 cents. Got re-raised by Decrypt me. Let's see what everybody's made out of here. It's free money, right? How's your 3-bet looking now, Decrypt me? Thanks, Josh. He calls, folks. He's got kings. Oh, and he spikes a king, and he's got me crying. Oh, he gets quads. The man is crazy fire. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He just killed me. Why was he just even thinking? Why was he slow rolling kings? He thought I had aces. Now at this level, you don't hesitate at this level with kings, Finn. You don't got no money. You had $10, $11, $12, whatever you had. Great. That's good to have on the video. That's a great demonstration of sometimes you start playing players and they start doing funny things and everything. Then they wake up with a hand. They finally get a look. His heart was pounding over in chat. His heart was pounding. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. He almost laid down the kings, folks. He almost laid down the kings. That's the fold equity you get when you push like that. That's a great demonstration. Forget the fact that I lost the money. That's going to happen. Okay, we demonstrated something there. And his heart, we got it right from the horse's mouth. His heart was pounding. He thought he was trapped with the aces there and didn't want to do it. So if you're going to do it, you put the pressure on it. Sometimes people are going to lay down live or online. They're going to lay it down. And you're going to not win with an inferior hand, and they're never going to see the hand where they made quads. Several of them, when I was early on, Rick Dent said he got an email, and I think, I'm trying to think, some of the people that came in really early on the chat said they got it. I would hope that some of the other people got emails notifying them that I was at the table and I was broadcasting. You know, folks, I'm going to make this the last hand right here because I've got a wife coming in with groceries. I'm going to have to help her. So we'll see if he says he got one too. I'm going to just do a pot-sized bet here, hit sit out for the next hand, and thank all of you for for coming in. Rob Gay got an email, so that's good. Everything. Oh my goodness, look at here. This guy just comes in and just throws it in. Let's go, folks. I would fold this here most of the time. But since this is my last hand and I'm on live and I want you to see it, let's see what he has. He's got my jacks from before. He's got me beat unless a 4 comes out. He's got it all, folks. Hey, thanks. Thanks a ton for coming in. We appreciate it here at Ace High Radio.